good morning, and welcome to the Light TV Breakfast Show. Indeed, we are so glad that you are joining us, dear viewer, on this beautiful morning, the 7th of April, 2026. And wow, we are already in the second quarter of 2026. And I'm like, wow, we are already into the second quarter and 2026 is already cruising like crazy. You know, I never expected 2026 to run like this, to cruise like this, and before long we'll be in June and we'll be saying, oh, 2026 is almost done. Indeed, we are cruising. Even here on the Light TV Breakfast Show, we are also cruising with 2026. It's lovely for you to join us even in the second quarter of 2026. Already the year is cruising like crazy. Dear viewer, if you're just tuned in, you're watching us live on channel 121 on your top star decoders. You're also watching us live on Facebook and YouTube, not to mention TikTok. It's wonderful that you have joined us this morning on this beautiful, cool morning. Indeed, it is a lovely day for you to celebrate, for actually all of us to celebrate and enjoy, and for us to engage in amazing conversations, for us to engage in a conversation that is going to uplift us, the conversation where we will look for solutions and think of solutions and find solutions even in today's ever-changing world. Indeed, it is a beautiful day. Yes, my name is Joel, and thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we hope you are ready for a powerful and inspiring conversation wherever you are. You could be watching us live, you could be rushing for work, you could be working from home, but it is wonderful that you have found the time to join us this early morning, even as we have a wonderful conversation, even as we talk to each other, even as we look at what we can do in today's world. So today we are talking about something that affects everyone in life, something that's really dear and close to us, whether we are young people, even children or adults, elderly people. It doesn't matter. This conversation affects each and every one of us, and I believe it is something very important. So today we are looking at the topic of believing in yourself and building confidence. Believing in yourself and building confidence. To some it may look like an ordinary topic, but it is something that we struggle with each and every day of our lives. We think of oh, how do I look? Or what can I do with my life? How do people perceive me? What can I do with my life? What does the future hold for me? So we ask so many questions even within this lovely topic. You see, many people struggle with confidence in their careers, relationships, ministry, or even personal growth. But today, as we have this conversation, we explore how we can grow confidence, overcome self-doubt, and believe in the potential God has placed inside of each and every one of us. Surely there is potential in all of us, and there is no need for us to look down on ourselves. As an individual, dear viewer, there is no need for you to look down on yourself. There is no need to call yourself useless or say, oh, people think there is nothing that can become of me. People think I am just wasted. You may have made mistakes. You may have maybe crossed the line and done things that are terrible or horrible, and you may have landed yourself in trouble, but that shouldn't affect your self-esteem, because there is always a second chance. Our lives cannot be based on what people think of us. Our lives should be based on what is within us. Our lives should be based on the most important thing, the way God sees us. That's the most important thing that our lives should be based on. The way God sees us, the way God created us fearfully and wonderfully, creating us intricately, creating us so in such a way that we stand out from others. We are unique in our own way. Surely we are more special than anything. We are more than the clothes we put on. We are more than our careers and our jobs. Indeed, we are made in God's image. That's why we can be self-confident. That's why we can build our confidence. That's why we can walk with our heads held high and not sink so low and think there is nothing that can come out of us. Indeed, when we feel so weak, when we feel so broken and useless, and we hear certain voices telling us we are not going anywhere in life, we should reject such voices and we should walk in confidence. We should walk with our heads held high. So stay with us as we unpack this important topic together. And you can also share your thoughts and experiences with us. You can talk to us and share what you feel on confidence and what it is. How do you feel it is? What do you feel confidence is? What is building yourself? What is it in your own words? So let's just get the ball rolling. Let's just ask, what is confidence? Does it mean to be confident? Does it mean to be arrogant, to be proud, to brush you other people, to feel like you're superior? Is that confidence or just merely arrogance and pride? What is confidence? It's a very simple question, but what do you believe? What is confidence? And what is believing in yourself? What does believing in yourself really mean? Does it mean you're better than other people? Does it mean you stand out? Does it mean you push other people aside? Does it mean you feel you have superior skills and talents? So what does it mean? What does believing in yourself mean? What does confidence mean? What does believing in yourself mean? So to start the ball rolling, believing in yourself means trusting your abilities, your purpose, and knowing that you are capable of achieving things even when challenges come. Confidence is also about understanding your identity, especially knowing that God created you with purpose. God created you uniquely. He designed you in such a way that you stand out, in such a way that pleases Him, in such a way that you stand out with your uniqueness and the way that He has designed you. And we ask, why do many people struggle with confidence today? Why, even in spite of God creating us in His image, creating us fearfully and wonderfully, why do we tend to struggle with self-confidence? Why do we struggle and think that we are not worth it? Why is that the case? Well, some possible answers are fear of failure and comparing ourselves to others, past mistakes or rejection, negative words from people. And, words, some people feel, sticks and stones can't break my bones. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can't hurt. But that's actually not true. Words do hurt. And when people say a lot of horrible things to us, these words come like arrows to us. These words come like knives to us, and they pierce our hearts, and that affects our self-confidence. So we struggle with self-confidence because of negative and sharp words from other people, comparing ourselves to others. And you could be single or married, and sometimes your spouse will say sharp words to you, and this can affect your confidence as well. Whether you're single, whether you're a child, whether you're a young person, a child of reason in age, a young person at university, at school level, some people can say words which are really sharp, and our confidence really gets affected. Our confidence is really shattered by these sharp words. So that's how our confidence can be lost because of rejection, negative words, especially negative words. I think negative words are the worst of these. Yes, there is comparing ourselves to others. There is past mistakes or rejection, and negative words where people are constantly telling you you're useless. People are constantly telling you there is nothing which can come out of you. People keep on shouting and saying, hey, you never amount to anything. You have no future. You only belong to the past. Yeah, the past with no future. You are not going anywhere. These words really hurt, and that's why we need to be really careful with our mouths. We really need to be very careful with our words, because we can destroy other people's self-confidence. Our words can pierce them like sharp knives and sharp arrows and swords. So we should be really careful with our mouths and what we say to people. And sometimes people allow the opinions of others to define their worth. And that's also something that's really big. We are social beings, and we want people to also like and admire us. We want people to love us. We want to be admired. We want to be praised because to some extent it also boosts our self-confidence or even how we feel about ourselves. But then the constant comparisons can be a drawback, and the opinions of others can be a drawback, because we think, oh, this one thinks well of me. This one thinks I can do it. And then we measure ourselves according to what another person has said. Others, on the other hand, will tear us down with their opinions and what they feel. But we need to find a way, of course, of overcoming what other people think of us and what we think of ourselves. So we are looking at confidence today and building ourselves. We can surely build ourselves. That's what we are looking at, dear viewer. And please stay tuned. Please join me on the other side.
This is Breaking Free.
I have to say, mental health was not my first choice.
Okay.
So this is my second career. I was very fortunate when I came out of school. I went into a career in marketing, advertising and sales.
Because I was a pastor and a businessman. So every time when I go for business dinners with my clients, some of them would say, no, just drink a little bit of wine.
Yeah. So again, if we are focused on areas that are negative, we are focused on our anxieties, it's going to perpetuate negativity. Remember that you have worth, you are worth it, and you are loved.
If you are a prostitute and you condemn yourself, you beat yourself down, go to church anyway. If you're a criminal, you're a robber, and you think what you're doing is not right, go to church anyway. If at any time you drink, you smoke, and you condemn yourself for that, go to church anyway, because church was meant for you and I, because we are both sinners. On Breaking Free, we hope that one day Zambia shall be sober.
So won't you break free, won't you break free?
Looking for a school that nurtures excellence, builds character and inspires greatness? Well, look no further. Welcome to Christ Life School, where bright futures begin and dreams take flight. My name is Teacher Helen, and join me as I take you through why enrolling your child at Christ Life School is the best decision you can ever make as a parent. At Christ Life School, we believe that a great learning journey begins with the right environment. Our school provides a safe, clean, and peaceful atmosphere where every child feels valued, confident, and ready to succeed. It's more than just a school. It's a place where children feel at home, a great environment for a brighter tomorrow. Knowledge is power, and our well-stocked library is the heartbeat of academic excellence. With a wide variety of books, learners are encouraged to read, explore, and expand their minds beyond the classroom. Read more, discover more, become more. At Christ Life School, we don't just teach technology. Oh yes, we don't just teach technology. We put it directly into the hands of our learners. Every child has access to a computer, ensuring that no one is left behind in this fast-moving digital world. From basic skills to advanced learning, each learner gets hands-on experience that builds confidence, creativity, and innovation. One child, one computer, unlimited possibilities. And when it comes to science, we take learning beyond the textbook. Yes, we take learning outside the textbook. Our fully functional laboratories are designed to bring ideas to life through the experiments and discoveries aligned with the competence-based curriculum. Our labs promote critical thinking, problem solving, as well as practical skills that learners can use in the real lifetime. Here, learners don't just memorize, they explore, create, and innovate. Think it, test it, prove it. That's the Christ Life way. Yes, that's indeed the Christ Life way. What's school without a splash of fun? Our swimming pool provides learners with an exciting opportunity to develop swimming skills in a safe and supervised environment. Dive into excellence, swim into success, where our learners develop physically, socially, and emotionally. From football athletics, every child is given the chance to shine. Strong bodies, sharp minds, winning spirits. Our spacious classrooms are designed for comfort and effective learning. With enough room for interactions and creativity, our learners stay focused, engaged, and ready to achieve their best. Comfort meets concentration for excellence. At Christ Life School, we understand that learning requires energy. Yes, learning does require energy. That's why we provide nutritious and well-balanced meals to keep our learners healthy, active, and ready to learn. Healthy meals, healthy minds, bright futures. At Christ Life School, we don't just educate. We inspire, nurture, and prepare learners for a successful future, build confidence, unlock potential, and shape tomorrow's leaders. Christ Life School, where excellence meets purpose. Yes, I'll say that again. Christ Life School, where excellence meets purpose. Enroll today and give your child the gift of quality education, innovation, and success. As our motto goes, Christ Life School, hard work and excellence.
Christ Life School, where my heart is trained. Hands, hope, all in His name. Hard work, now future on display. Excellence in every step I take.
Welcome back to the Light TV Breakfast Show with your host, George Sompola. What a beautiful day. So, dear viewer, if you're just tuned in, you're watching us live on channel 121 on your Top Star decoders. You're also watching us live on Facebook. You're also watching us on YouTube, and not to mention TikTok, and of course, other social media programs. So, indeed, today we are looking at confidence and building yourself, building your confidence, building your self-esteem, and how you feel about yourself and what you can do to improve yourself, to improve your confidence, to build yourself, and to indeed make sure that you are getting better and better in life. So right now we move straight into our forecast for today and the following day. Today, Tuesday, the 7th of April 2026, and also our weather forecast for tomorrow, Wednesday, the 8th of April. So Northwestern Province, including northern districts of Copperbelt, Luapula, Northern Muchinga, and Western Provinces this morning are partly cloudy, windy at times, and mild, tending to be cloudy in some areas with a chance of isolated rain. Minimum temperatures will be in the range of 14 to 19 degrees Celsius. For the afternoon, it will be mainly cloudy and warm to hot with showers and thunderstorms. The maximum temperature will be in the range of 25 to 33 degrees Celsius. In the evening, it will be partly cloudy and warm with isolated rain and thunder. For southern Lusaka, central and eastern provinces, including the southern districts of Copperbelt, Luapula, northern Muchinga, and western provinces, this morning we'll see a few clouds, windy at times, and mild, tending to be partly cloudy by late morning. Minimum temperatures will be in the range of 13 to 17 degrees Celsius. In the afternoon, it will be partly cloudy and warm to hot with very isolated showers. Maximum temperatures will be in the range of 25 to 31 degrees Celsius. For the evening, there will be few clouds, slightly windy and mild. We dive into the outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday, the 8th of April 2026. Rainfall activity will continue over the northern parts of Northwestern, Copperbelt, Luapula, Northern and Muchinga provinces. So that's your weather forecast for today and tomorrow. Please continue to take into account the weather. Yes, there may be isolated showers, but we can still prepare for the weather. And this lovely weather report has been produced by the Zambia Meteorological Department and the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment. So please, as we have taken a look at the weather, find time to also plan around the weather. Find time to make sure that you're ready and that you stay prepared. Of course, we are expecting humidity. Sometimes the temperatures are fluctuating. But of course, one thing that's noted from this weather report is high humidity and isolated showers. So we still need to be prepared even as we plan around the weather. We take a short break. Please join me on the other side.
My name is Valentine Ramfley from Christ Life School, Head of Department, Secondary Section, and I'm here to talk about the secondary section for Christ Life School. Christ Life School stands on the motto hard work and excellence, which also rides on the vision to teach to inspire and acquire excellent education with Jesus Christ at the center. We are a school that believes in Jesus Christ. We are a school that not only focuses on the child in the classroom setup, but we also focus on the child even on how they interact with the society. So we have different extracurricular activities that we are offering as a school, which includes swimming, soccer, aviation, and other activities that we are offering. Not only are we focused on learning in the classroom, we also have different excursions that we take. We do field trips with the learners, go to different places because we understand that they need to learn through the realities of what they see. Christ Life School is offering 2 career pathways, that is social science and natural science STEM. So we have science laboratories, we have a computer lab, we have a library, and our environment is just quite conducive for learning and just for the learners to just interact amongst themselves. And one thing that you should know, and why Christ Life should be one of your destination for your child, is that Christ Life School has zero tolerance for bullying. We don't tolerate bullying at this school. That's why we teach our children to respect each other. We teach our children to love each other. That is why you are going to bring your child to this institution. Christ Life School has trained and licensed teachers by TCZ. So why should Christ Life School be the destination? Because of what I have mentioned. Like I said, we are not just focused on your child in the classroom. We are also focused on your child and their future. We prioritize the child. The child is our primary focus. So when you bring your child, this will be a safe space for them. This is a place where their life will be transformed. So let Christ Life School be the destination for your child.
Christ Life School, where my heart is trained. Hands, hope, all in His name. Hard work, now future on display. Excellence in every step I take.
Others were working, they had good jobs, but they lost it along the way. So they need your support, they need your help. Feel free to visit our center so that we advise on how we can come together and help these individuals.
Are you a small business and want to grow? On Light TV, you too can sell. Make big earnings. Tap into the market. It's on fire, rolling and tasty. Irenda, irepia. Call our marketing team and be a part of this exciting offer. Revamp your business, re-strategize, and let our creative team take your business to the next level. Call the numbers on the screen now so that we can take your business to another level. Ilenda Ilipia, exclusive to Light TV.
Welcome to Funward Twin Palm. We are located in Salama Park, Avondale. You can find us at just opposite Mr. Price, Fence City. You can enter through two entrances. There's one at Panarotis as you are coming to the gym, and then there's one at Debonaires as you are going to Werewolf. That's just where we're located. Funward is a fun place for children. Well, you've got games that ranges from table games, kiddie rides, redemption games, Klein and Vendor, and so on and so forth. We ensure that kids have the most intense and the most edutainment, because we know that when you're spending time with the children, you need them to be learning almost something almost every now and then. Yeah, so Funward is that place for you.
Funward Twin Palms is the place to be.
Hi, welcome to Funward Twin Palm. We are located in Salama Park, the very heart of Avondale, just near Ruby's filling station at Twin Palm Mall. We are an arcade gaming center, and we've got quite a lot of variety of games that children can just have access to and they can play and have fun on. It's all about unwinding, entertainment, and edutainment. And so we cater for all age groups, starting from 1 to 17. We also have got games that are for adults that goes up as far as 23, 24, 25. This Valentine also got something for you. Yes, so we've got games like kiddie rides, redemption games, Klein and Vendor games, and FIFA, of course, console games. We've got virtual reality games, and also you are just not playing in Funward, you are playing to win something. It's a world of fun. It's a world of entertainment. It's a world of leisure. And so as you can see, this is an amazing place for you to just spend time together with your family, the father and the mother, the children.
Welcome back to the Light TV Breakfast Show on this beautiful day, Tuesday, the 7th of April, 2026. What a beautiful day it is, and indeed, we are already beginning on a high note. And I'm joined in the studio by my co-host.
Thank you, Pastor Joe.
Okay. Yeah. Indeed, how's the weather treating you? I'm sure you've noticed it's rather cool, mild, but again, the weather seems to be fluctuating. Sometimes it's getting cool, sometimes it's getting hot by the afternoon. How's the weather treating you?
Yeah, because I think this time, maybe those that are going for work better just carry a jacket, because you find that it's a bit hot in the morning, then it changes around 12:15, the weather changes, it becomes cloud, becomes very cold also. So I find that you would move well without a jazz. Then later on you discover that jazz was important to carry. So I think it's just a high time someone would just carry a jazz to prepare for emergency if it gets cold. Like you have seen this weather now. In the morning there was a sun, but the sun is now going down.
Exactly. Yeah. Sharp changes from 1 minute it's hot, 1 minute it's cold, and sometimes it's even getting humid as if we are going back to the rainy season. So these weather changes are really confusing us, and some people are actually starting to develop coughs. I think it could be due to the weather, hot, cold, and then the body trying to readjust.
I think now we are about to enter cold season.
Yes.
So now it's just an intro of cold season, just a rating, say guys, prepare, I'm coming.
Yes, indeed. So in our second segment, as you have joined us, dear viewer, we are looking at the importance of self-belief. So in your own words, Mr. Mike, what is self-belief? What does self-belief mean to you? What does believing in yourself really mean in your own words?
In my own words, believing in yourself is to achieve your dreams and also your goals, your opportunities, chase your opportunities. So when you believe in yourself, you will be focused to do what you want to achieve. For instance, I would give an example of myself. Yeah, I dreamed to be a journalist. So there was a point I went to do some mechanics, but because of I had the vision, say this is who I want to become. So I believed in myself, say despite me doing mechanics, I'm still going to push and do what I want. So it's just believing in yourself, it's pursuing your dreams.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. So in a nutshell, basically pursuing your dreams and what you really want to do. In other words, pursuing your vision.
Yes.
Okay. And what, in your own opinion, are some of the effects of not believing in yourself? What can that do to you if you don't believe in yourself?
So if you don't believe in yourself, you lose confidence. There will be less confidence. There will be fear. Also, there will be lack of. There will be no courage that will be gathered from you. You find that even just being with your friends, you isolate yourself from your friends because you don't have that courage. You feel like you don't belong to a certain group. So when someone has confidence, they feel belong to be part and parcel of a certain group. But when you have fear and you feel like you're not chasing your dreams, you'll be low. You have a low key where in everything or movement you won't take part as you're expected to do.
Yes. And also on my part on self-confidence, it's actually a miracle that I'm even able to look into the camera, because years back I was a very shy person. I would always be afraid, always keep to myself and just keep things private. But then I just felt a call in me just to speak to other people, to be able to share my message with other people. And today I'm even on TV and it's actually building my self-confidence even more and more.
Yeah.
Yes. Are there any times when you felt like you can't do anything, where people have actually said negative things to you? Because even me, I think growing up, I remember some teachers would say, "Hey, you're useless, you're a lousy fellow," and those words would really hurt, and they would even I would be thinking, if I finish high school, am I even going to amount to anything, simply because of the bad words that this particular teacher said? So in your experience, are there bad words which have affected you, which have really affected you, but for some reason, but for the sake of confidence, you've decided to just brush them off and move on?
Yeah, actually, as for me, it's I would say it was most of the time people used to say bad things. People would discourage me, say, "No, you can't become a journalist. Journalist is someone who is good in English. You are very poor in English. You have a very bad handwriting. You can't write. You can't speak good English. You can't pronounce words properly." So people used to discourage me, say, "I'll just do another program." I met someone when I was going somewhere, Kuratsa. Met a certain lady works in the Minister of Finance government. I was like, "No, my brother, you can't do journalism, and you won't even find a job. You won't even find what to do. So I encourage you to go and do something. Go and do engineering." He said, "No, this is my dream career. I have a passion. I know how I'm going to do it. Despite being employed, but I know how I'm going to do it because I love what I'm doing. So even just starting for myself, even a business, I can, because I have a vision. I have someone who I want to become myself." So people say, you can't be even on news, you can't be on TV because of this and that. But that never. I used to feel bad sometimes. I would sit down, but this what I'm saying is true. I'm not good in English, but that wasn't. It was just a step ahead to say, bro, because of this, people are telling that you have a weakness in this. These are things that you even work on. So that became as one of a lesson or an opportunity for me to say, so people are always complaining that I'm not good in this, which means I'm not doing well. So that pushed me to start focusing and working hard in that areas.
Okay, wonderful. And also, I think we also need to address the issue of bad words, where people tell people tell people you're useless, you won't amount to anything, you are nothing, you can't go anywhere, you don't have a future. And when people speak such words, I think words really hurt, and we need to be really careful. And how have you been able to overcome really terrible words where people have called you useless or not going anywhere in life?
Right. So in my case, I would say it's normal. Yeah, as a Christian, me, I take it to be normal because I believe where there is light, there will be darkness. So when you stay in life without criticism, you need to check your life. Say, okay, why is happening to me? So when you live with such kind of people, then you say, okay, my life is okay because even Jesus is our example. Jesus was criticized. Jesus was treated in very bad way. People had insulted Jesus, saying bad things about Jesus. So even as people, human beings, Christians, people would criticize us. People would say those bad words. But you need to have the spirit of resilience in you. When people try to bring you down, try by all means to rise and push what you want to do. Sometimes, depending on how someone is, there are people that can be discouraged and they can strip down. That will be the end of them. Because of someone who failed to achieve their dreams, failed to achieve their goals because of the bad words someone had said about them. But one thing that you need to know is that that's not permanent. The one person that can say a word and it come to pass is God. When God says this, it's going to happen. But when I tell you, Pastor Joel, you're not going to drive in your life, that won't work because I'm not God. My way to go nowhere. And when you say whatever, like when you just say anyone that have said bad word upon my life, you declare that it's no longer working. It should be neutralized. That's one way as a Christian you need to know how to get how to overcome such instances where people would say bad words. Some would even curse you. Yes, when someone say you never have children, it's a curse. And when you tolerate it, the devil also find an opportunity to enter and find a way how you're not going to have children. Because the devil works with our daily weaknesses in life. So whenever someone is saying something, the devil find an opportunity to make you feel lazy in that area so that you don't achieve that. But that shouldn't be something that will hinder you from achieving your goals. One thing you have to know is know yourself. Know who you are, know who you want to become. Then all those people that people are saying, there will be nothing. Like you achieve them because you know who you want to. It's more like there was a time I was driving and people are like, no, this car won't reach where you're going. I said, it's going to reach. Whether it's a scrap or what, I'm going to reach where I'm going. Because I know what could give me a problem. I know that, okay, this car usually gives me a problem in this and that. And this problem is something that is minor to me. It's not something that can make me feel where I'm going. If this happens, I'm going to do this and that. So when you put the measure saying, even if people says those words, that word, those people will be a testimony to me. Those people are there to testify. Say, mamona oja. Enze muntu chikopo skuru. So you need to be an example to the people, to the community. Say, people that are saying bad things to you, they will be the people to testify against the world. Say, this person was like this and this is who he is.
Yeah. Wonderful. And what are some of the signs that someone lacks confidence? Have you ever maybe paused to think this person is actually brilliant, but then they lack self-confidence?
I think one of the things is maybe fear of speaking up. Yeah, most of the people find that they're afraid to speak up. They would see something wrong. Instead of just speaking up, they will just tend to keep quiet. Then they will lack confidence because if I see something wrong and I speak up, that's confidence. Me, I'm a person sometimes who don't mind my own business. If I see something wrong, say, but Pastor Joe, what you have done is not good. It's supposed to be done in this and that way. And that's confidence. Whether it's my business, it's your business, but if you're doing something that is wrong, I need to have that confidence to speak up. Sometimes you'd find that we're in a family meeting, or maybe you're in church where the elders, pastors, and they would make up a wrong decision. So I find that when you're lacking confidence, you won't voice out. They will bring something that will even affect you. They'll bring a rule or maybe a policy that will even affect everyone there. But because of you, not without failing to speak up, most of people will suffer because of someone is lacking confidence. The other thing is also always doubting your decisions. You have made up a decision. I'm going to do this. Then again, you start thinking, is this thing going to work out? So when you're doubting your decision, you tend to not to do the right thing because you're not even sure. You know, when you make up a decision, you need to believe, say, this decision that I've made, it's a right decision, and this thing is going to come positive. The other point is also avoiding opportunities. When opportunity comes, you need to avoid. You need to grab an opportunity. You know, when an opportunity comes, bigger or little or small, you need to grab it with all your might. Yeah. So not something comes up, you want people to force you to do something, then that will be a problem. But whenever an opportunity comes, grab it like it's something that you waited for, something that you cherish to do, you see. Then you will see how you grow because you are taking things, you value something that you do. Yeah, I think that's what I can say.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So all in all, confidence doesn't mean arrogance. It just means knowing your value, knowing your self-worth, knowing that you are capable of doing a lot. And even I've also gone through the experience of actually learning my self-value, knowing that I'm valuable, knowing that I can amount to something, I will amount to something, and my future is bright. And we've also been talking about bad words and how they can actually affect our value. Because to be honest, my brother Mike, when people say bad words, it's like your world is shattered because it's like they're like knives, like arrows, and they sometimes just pierce your heart. You know, you can be involved in an accident, you can be wounded, you can be hurt, you can be stabbed, but those, at least you have scars and those wounds are going to heal. But then with words, sometimes they can actually affect your psychology for years, several years. You find teachers, even parents would say you are useless, and sometimes parents would say, I don't even know. A mother would say, I don't even know why I gave birth to you. I don't know how I brought you into this world. And that can affect us psychologically. That can affect anyone psychologically. And I don't know if you've had any experience or experiences of friends and family who've really been injured by bad words, and maybe how they've overcome that.
Yeah, I have. In one of them is it was my mother. Yeah, most of the family members used to tell my mother, say, no, your children, they'll go nowhere. It was like into school, they will do nothing. They'll be just giants all over or what. But when I look at those people that were showing those bad ways, find that it has just turned back to be their children that are doing that, their families that are the ones that are doing that. So my mother was passing through that where people used to say a lot of bad words. No, you didn't go to school, so even your children will be like, you what? But she didn't give up. She tried by all means to support us children so that we could go ahead and achieve what we want. Yeah. Okay,
wonderful. So she understood her self-value, understood her self-worth. And at some point, did she also talk about that to you, to say you need to actually be confident in yourself, you need to push yourself no matter what people say?
Yeah, she used to tell us, people will be there to discourage you, people will be there to drag you down because the devil doesn't want you to go further, to be successful. So the devil will try by all means. The devil is not someone that will come in a person where as a born of man saying like something that will scare. Exactly. A devil will come in someone that, my brother, the devil would want to use you because you are so close to me. If someone that looks scared comes to me, it's definite I'll fear. I won't even associate with that person. But when you come in a small way, coming in a friendly way, I'll try by all means to accommodate you. And when you have those bad intention of hating me, that will be easy of me. So you find that the devil will use the people that are close to us, friends, communities, relatives that are close to us, to say those words of discouragement, will discourage us. No, this you can't do, that you cannot do, this you fail, saying those bad ways, you're not going to pass. So those words, whenever you sit on them, they'll surely damage you. So you need to be someone that to say, okay, people have said this and that's not true about me, I'm going to do this. You just have to declare yourself, say those things that people are saying, it's not true and it will never happen in your life. You have to believe in yourself and say, when you need to have a goal like water. Water is something that it focused where it's going to its destination. If you have seen water, Pastor Joel, you will discover that when water is flowing, whenever it finds something that it will break, for instance, it finds a house, it's moving and it finds a house or a stone. Water will stay there for a while, then it will find another way to go. It won't wait until someone removes the stone for it to go. Water will find another way. It will make a way. If there's a blockage, you see water, it will go in a different way until it reaches to where it's going to its destination. So I encourage my friends saying, most of the time, people be there blocking our ways, trying to, by all means, to make us feel bad, saying those bad words, but that should be something that will not make you achieve or reach your destination. Let's be like water, as peaceful as water. Water would never find water fighting with anyone, causing anything. It just finds its solution. If this fails, plan B works, passes this side. If this doesn't work, it still finds water, will still find the way to its destination. So let's be people that have a vision to go ahead. So, okay, I want to do this, I want to achieve this, let me use this way. If this fails, let me use this way. If someone says that, let me use this side. Not because someone has said this way, the community, the family are saying those hateful words, things that can damage your heart, things that can damage your brain. Our brains are so sensitive that when you say a bad word, it will keep on hitting in my head. Whenever I fail, that word will come. No, you never be like this. You never do anything in your life. So whenever you come, that word should be a stepstone. Say, that person said, I'll never be this, I'll never do this. Let me work hard to show that person that I can do it.
Yeah, indeed. And I like the positive that you've described in terms of water, because people describe water in the negative sense, in the sense that water only takes up after its environment. If you put it in a bottle, it will take up after the shape of the bottle. But I like the way you have described water as finding a way to come out of where it is. Like if there is a blockage, it will come out and it will just spill over. And I like that consistency, the way you have defined it, and I think that's how we need to be. Even if you're blocked, you find a way of coming out, you find a way of moving in a certain direction. Even if something blocks you, you just build your confidence, you just stand out and say, no, I will still make it no matter what. Yes. True. And also in terms of experiences, what encouragement would you give to people to say, I've had a lot of bad words thrown at me and people have said this and that. How would you encourage them?
To those people that have said, people maybe have thrown bad words and they have said something, then they feel like they cannot achieve. No, that's not true. I would just encourage them that when you believe in yourself, you need to be focused like an ego. You know how an ego works?
Yes.
And yes, an ego, it can be far. When it sees something there, it will just focus on just getting that target. So also as human being, let's focus like an ego. When we target something to get, let's fight it. Because when an ego sees that thing, doesn't mean that there won't be challenges for that ego to come from that far to the water to go and get that fish. There'll be some challenges. Maybe there'll be some wind blockage. There'll be some other birds flying there, trying to pass, you see, here and there. But that shouldn't be the distraction. It has to focus on the goal. Your goal, it should be your target. And when you have that goal, you have that mentality saying that this goal where I'm going, this achievement that I want to achieve, there'll be some potholes for me to reach the way I'm going. There'll be some challenges to reach where I'm going, and you have to overcome those challenges. When you have that mentality saying, whatever I'm doing, I'll face challenges here and there, and I need to overcome them, then you achieve what you want because you have put your mind is very ready, like your mind is capable of doing it. You are rating your mind, say, bro, where you're going there, it's not something that is okay. Where you're going there, you need to be a fighter, you need to be a soldier. And when you have that mentality, you will overcome those challenges. But when you have that mindset saying, this is what I'm going to do, it will be just okay, it will be straightforward. Then you find that challenge, you find that you don't have solution because you do not prepare to meet those, to overcome that challenge.
Yes. And I like what you said about criticism, whether it's brutal, whether it's mild. It's like a way of also pointing us to actually achieving our goals and our visions and just pushing us up, the bad ways that people have said. And you, like you mentioned, to say you can actually be past what they are saying and you can actually soldier ahead. And, sometimes the people that have been laughing at you and mocking you, you find that when you soldier ahead, you find that you've actually surpassed them and left them behind.
Yeah, true. Because most of the people that were saying bad things about me, if I would check, you find that there are people that are not even doing anything in the society. Those are people that you would do. Kyrie, in life, those people, they usually focus on people's lives. They don't focus on their building their lives. There will be an eye to people's lives, what they are doing. What is Mike doing? Oh, Mike, what car is Mike driving now? Oh, what is happening to this? So you find that instead of them focusing on their life, how they're going to build their lives, they'll focus on now talking bad things about other people. And that time is moving, your target is say, what is that doing? What is Pastor Joy doing? Your job is to see what is Pastor Joy doing so that you find the way on how to talk, so that you find a way on how to describe Pastor Joy. That should be your thing. That's why I find that most of the people that who criticize others, they do nothing. There are people that have nowhere, people that are nobody in the community because they have a bad target. Their job is to criticize. Their job is to say, who is doing what? Who is doing which? You see, so instead of them focusing on the right thing, on the positivity, they are focusing on the negativity. So instead of building their life, they are focusing on doing the wrong things.
Yes.
So most of the people, that's what they find themselves in doing that.
Yes, and as the saying goes, simple minds discuss people. Just talk about other people and say, this one, but they can't even focus on their own lives. True. Okay. So, dear viewer, please call the lines showing on your screen. Remember, we need to interact. We need to talk to each other so that we can share ideas even on this wonderful topic of confidence and building our self-esteem, building ourselves no matter what people say about us. We just continue to soldier ahead. So please, let's feel free and let's interact. Right now, we just go for a break. On the other side, join us for more interesting information and other interviews with other inspiring people. Please stay tuned.
Koji Mwambeleko!
Your latest news.
The report was made by Mr. Abu Gujar, a 37-year-old Indian national residing in Olympia.
Top happening stories.
SDG number 6 on water and sanitation.
Community updates.
Zambia and the nation at large is still mourning the death of the 60th Republican president.
Business news.
From here, there's going to be a great multiplier effect.
On the sport crossovers.
Of awaiting that the body would come back.
Koji Mwambeleko!
And a very good race, and we as a country are very proud of the works that he has done.
Koji Mwambeleko! Get in touch with our news team on the numbers on your screen. Yes, Koji Mwambeleko. We are in your face. We are closer to you. Light TV is a footway away from you. Koji Mwambeleko! Zambia's trusted TV broadcaster.
As we know the basic definition of what a family is. Yeah.
Fun World Twin Palms is the place to be.
welcome to Fun World, where paying is as easy as simple as 1, 2, 3. So you just need to get a card. It's just 100 kwacha. That's a minimum. You load in 100 kwacha on your card, then you've got access to play games everywhere, all around in the store. So our games ranges from as low as 5 kwacha, and they go as high as 40 kwacha. And so you are free to have access on any game once you load in your money on the card. So what do I need to have fun? Well, just get a card. You just need to open and activate an account, which gives you a card like this. You're going to be paying from the same amount that you're going to put on the card. And so the minimum you can put is just 100 kwacha as a first-time customer. As a returning customer, you can put as low as 50 kwacha. You can put as high as 200, 2,000, any amount. And so this card gives you access to have fun on almost all the games. You just swipe, the price of the game is deducted from the balance that you have loaded on the card. So our games ranges from as low as 5 kwacha to 40 kwacha. That is all you need to spend.
Fun World Twin Palms is the place to be.
Happy birthday, Zoe. Awesome. At Fun World, we also host birthday parties. And this birthday party is just hosted at a minimum amount of 120 kwacha per child. That caters for deco, music system, play games, playground, and most of the things. And so all you need to do is just to make a pre-booking, then we give you a slot, and then you are good to go.
Fun World Twin Palms is the place to be.
Let's drive!
Gravity Deluxe. As you can see, I'm having the experience of driving a real car. This game, anyone can have fun on it, as long as they're able to reach the pedals, of course. Yeah. Woo! Nice. Oh my God. Oh my God. So it's just 20 kwacha, guys, and you have the most fun. My time has been extended. I'm in the final lap. Here you go. Woo! Oh my God. Oh my God. Nice drift. Nice drift.
Fun World Twin Palms is the place to be.
Awesome. So just as I won games from Lane Master, these are the tickets that I've now brought to submit so that they can be put on my card so that I can win an item here.
Guys, we come here, we gather around, we talk about this place. Then when they come and visit it, it'll be fun.
Thank you so much for tuning in. You're watching Teen Diaries.
Yeah, today let's get loud about something. About bullying. We deal with this on social media, in schools, and in our workplaces.
Take me deeper than my feet could ever.
Could you share your story in a circumstance where you will find yourself being bullied?
I was able to respond. I mean, you don't have to agree. Someone talks to you like, hey, you're too skinny, you're too fat. You don't need to agree with that situation.
So did you ever reach out to any of the supervisors in school, your principal? Did you ever reach out to anyone?
After like 1.5 years of doing that, my friend was like, this is too much, just stand your ground, tell them off.
Like, don't always listen to what people say, because some people are just always so negative. Like, look at yourself, you're beautiful in the mirror. And I always used to go to my mirror and tell myself, no, I'm beautiful.
Teen Diaries, my heart unfolds, pages soul is told. Teen Diaries, my heart.
Picture, the show where faith meets leadership.
All I knew is that the moment I stepped out of former employment and have 24 hours at my fingertips, there is no way I would fail in business.
In each episode, we sit down with Christian CEOs who are shaping Zambia with vision, integrity, and purpose.
So that drive, you just have to keep pushing and pushing hard.
A man whose journey is as inspiring in the boardroom as it is in his walk with Christ.
I had to leave my family in Lusaka and told them to say, we'll start this business from Solwezi. We never closed during COVID. We had more business and we were working even sometimes shifts, 2 shifts, day and night shift. God always provides, and there is no hard work that has no results for labor.
Good morning and welcome back to the Light TV Morning Breakfast Show, where we bring you conversation that inspire growth, adventure, and new opportunity. This morning we are turning our attention to one of Zambia's most exciting and promising sector, tourism, and how technology and digital platform are helping us showcase the beauty of our country to the world. Joining me in the studio is a passionate tourism promoter, professional tour guide, and a digital content creator who has been capturing the beauty, culture, and adventure of Zambia through his popular platform Tourism in Zambia with Paul, which has attracted more than 1,800 followers online. And please join me in welcoming Paul Mambo, who has just actually joined us. You're welcome, Mr. Paul.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning.
Good morning once again. Yes, thank you so much. We know you're a very busy man. Yeah, just like your career. Yes, it demands you to move around. Today you're here, tomorrow you're there. It's so good us to actually have you here on our morning breakfast show to be able to share some insights regarding tourism.
Thank you very much. The pleasure is mine, sir.
Yes. I'm also joined by my co-presenter, Mr. Mike Mwanza.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, Mr. Paul, it's so good to actually have you here on our morning breakfast. We would love, maybe the people are just watching you for the very first time. Maybe they would love to get to know you. Can you please just tell us about yourself and what you do and how did you journey into the tourism industry?
Okay. So, my name is Paul Mambo, the man behind Tourism in Zambia with Paul, with 180,000 followers. I studied travel and tourism. I've got a degree. I also did a diploma in business administration and a few other courses that I did as well at Zambian Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Studies. I also served as a student union president for the biggest school of tourism in Zambia, which is ZITS, Zambian Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Studies.
Wonderful.
Yes. I'm passionate about tourism. So there was a time that we traveled to Livingstone. That was my first time. That was 2023. That's the time we visited the Victoria Falls. So it was like my first time. I've never seen, just learning about the Victoria Falls, but I've never really seen the Victoria Falls. Okay. So after reaching that side, I was shocked. I was left there on the bridge. Have you ever been to the Victoria Falls before?
Yes, I've been there.
So, so it was at peak point. Yeah, it was at peak point. Yes. So the time I was crossing there, everyone, like my friend, my schoolmate, left. They crossed the bridge. So I was left alone. Okay. I wasn't even seeing where I was going. It was just heavy lens on my face. So close that side, and I was really shocked that we also have something like this. So the time I came back, I had an opportunity of following one of the platform here in Zambia, which is called Beautiful Zambia. So that's how I reached out to Beautiful Zambia. So after talking with Beautiful Zambia, he told me, okay, I want to also maybe start marketing, helping Zambia in terms of like marketing towards the country. So that's how I was like, okay, come up with a name. Then once you come up with a name, something which is catchy, then you get back to me. Then I'll tell you what to do next. That's how it took me, I think, 2 weeks to just come up with the tourism in Zambia. There was different names. I sent the name, he rejects saying, no, not this one. Another one, not until it was approved. I was like, okay, this one, I think I can use this one. It's kind of like catching. That's how I began. Though the struggle was little, to be honest with you, to reach where I am at the moment.
Okay, so why are you so passionate about tourism? I know you have been posted, but why are you so passionate about tourism? You said you studied tourism, you did some other courses, but you are so much passionate about tourism. Why is it that you are so passionate about tourism? What is it in there that people don't really know? Why are you so passionate? Yes.
Okay, so why I'm so passionate about tourism is that I love traveling.
You love traveling.
I love traveling. I love meeting new people, and I also maybe in a better term, I think the time I realized the time that we visited there was this the Victoria Falls. There's more need of marketing that it needs to be done to help Zambian tourism agents as well in terms of like marketing. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So, Mr. Paul, I would love to know what's the main vision? What really inspired you, like you mentioned, to open the page which you called Tourism in Zambia? What's the vision behind starting that page?
So, the vision of that page is to market Zambia at large, show the country to the world in terms of like marketing Zambian destination, because most of the tourist destinations that we have in Zambia, even our local people, most of them, they don't really know those tourist attractions that we have. They can even be staying in the same province, but they don't know that. Let me give a good example. Few people maybe visit the not the Victoria Falls. We've got a lot of waterfalls that we have in the northern province, but few people know about that. So that page helps people to also understand and also appreciate what we have as a country. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. You have mentioned of a few people know some places, especially in Zambia. You know, when we talk about tourism, or when people want actually to spend their some time, like they want to go somewhere else, you know, most people what comes in mind is just Victoria Falls, Mosotunya, the smokes that stand us. You know, there are no other places. Maybe in your own experience, what other else places you have been before that you would recommend people to visit, especially within Zambia here?
I love that question. Let me take also this opportunity to mention that the northern part of Zambia, it's very beautiful. It has got different types of waterfalls and tourist attractions that we have here in the country.
The northern part of Zambia.
The northern part of Zambia.
Okay.
It's
Kasama,
what's this, Samfia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe to start with, as you are heading to what's this, if you are going by road, if you are going to what's this, to the northern part of Zambia, as you are heading there, Selenje, there's a Kundalila waterfalls there.
Yes, Kundalila.
So you can also have an opportunity to see the other beauty of the waterfalls that is along the way. As you move forward again, there's also Mamburuma waterfalls, Samfia Beach, and also there was the second largest waterfalls, Lumango waterfalls. It's very beautiful. They usually call it mini Victoria Falls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's very beautiful because it has also the structures that's like the Victoria Falls as well. Yes, it was very spectacular seeing it, and I think most people they only think is that Livingstone is the only place to visit. I would say no. Reason being is got the northern part of Zambia has got a lot of waterfalls, and a lot of people should. I would recommend to a lot of people. They will appreciate me later. They should visit the northern part of Zambia.
Northern part of Zambia.
Yeah, there's a lot of waterfalls. Different. There's also Tumbachushi waterfalls. I've also visited that waterfalls. It's very nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it has got, I think, 8 curtains. They call them curtains. Yeah. So there's one. and another one on top, the third, fourth, and also just inside the Ntumbachush waterfalls, there's also a heritage site where chief go and play different rituals that side.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, you have mentioned, I would really love to know what really makes Zambia as tourism destination to be different, to stand out from these other countries. What's really make us as a country to be different, like from your own experience?
Okay. To start with, I think Zambians, we are friendly people.
Okay.
We are welcome people. We are different from these other countries. Not just to boast, but we are friendly people. Most of the tourists that I've interacted with.
Yeah. Actually, I also saw some comments when people are talking about Zambia and South Africa, saying, why don't South Africa beat Zambians? So now South African states are writing how Zambians are. Say those are our sisters and brothers. They are good. They are people that associate. The people that listen. Even when they go to South Africa, they go with a target business. So the way I've just stated that Zambia peaceful people that are welcome. Yeah, I think that's why most of people comes for tourism, because they know we are accommodative. You know, it's more like that house where a house that doesn't receive visitors. People won't be coming there.
Oh yeah.
So when people knows of your good deeds, kuliko mzimai kujana mdara, just near Kamanga there, they could power banda. That house has been known to be a house that is hospitable, where people comes, even if you are stranded, uzi and there in drama as so drama you're going. It's a house where they can accommodate you until you are helped, you go where you are going. So that's how Zambia also we are known to when it comes to tourism.
Yes.
When someone comes here, we make sure that person is well taken care, and also they get satisfied with what they have come to do, because we're not people that would scare someone. There are few people that would scam you.
Yeah, that's true. So, Mr. Paul, I really loved what you mentioned, that we are Zambians, we are a friendly country, to say so. Yes. What really makes us to be friendly? Like, what differentiates us from these other people? Like, I know you're a tour guide. Yes, people who actually come here. What do they recommend about friendly? What do you mean by us, we are being friendly?
I think the friendliness is just, we're born with it as Zambians.
Okay. Yes.
We carry it wherever we go. Even people that we go, when we go outside the country, they'll probably notice just the way you carry yourself. I think this is why most tourists would probably love to visit the country. Reason being, tourists love where there's peace.
Okay.
Yes.
Peace.
So peace is also important, plays a kilo. Secondly, it's the Victoria Falls, the world largest waterfalls that we have here in the world, which is located in Livingstone here in Zambia. Yeah, so people would love to come and experience. Let me not just talk about the Victoria Falls. Thirdly, I think I will also take this opportunity to have talk about the South Luangwa National Park.
Yes, the South Luangwa. Yes,
walking safari.
You've been there before.
I've been there. Yeah, I've been there
wonderful.
before.
Yes.
So walking safari. You also have an opportunity to do a walking safari on the ground in the national park. So that also call a lot of people to come and attend the different tourist attractions that we have here in Zambia.
Okay, I really love what you're saying. But Mr. Paul, you know, you've been as a tour guide. Do you feel that Zambians ourselves are really exploring our own country, or do we still need to encourage more local tourism?
Okay, maybe just to start with, how many tourist attractions have you visited yourself? If I may ask that question.
Like for me, to be honest, I think I've just visited about I've visited Victoria Falls, South Luangwa, Mfuwe National Park. I've been there. Yes, I think these are the only places I can count.
I think you've done a lot. You've done a lot.
I've done a lot.
Yeah, you've done a lot.
I need to
How about you?
I think me just is it Lusaka National Park.
Okay.
That's all. I don't move that much, but
yes,
I maybe this coming years, I believe, maybe because I want to explore Zambia also, especially when it comes to tourism, because you know how my work is as a journalist. When we work together, you and the journalist, we achieve one goals, because as a journalist, as you are doing your job, also bringing other people to come. Also, I'm doing my work. Maybe there will be discovery of things there.
Yeah, true.
I would maybe making stories there. So that's also my aim, that in the future I need to visit Victoria, because I've just been here in Victoria Falls. Can you imagine? The one who stays in Zambia, people are coming from far countries, continents, just come and view Victoria. So I believe now, since you are here now, I believe you will connect us, then we'll start viewing these parks.
Yeah. So I think that was a good question.
Yes.
We Zambians, we don't love traveling. would love to travel outside our country. But the good part is that the Zambian tourism agents has now started promoting tourism Yamuloko. I think you have heard of Yamuloko.
Yes, I've heard of that tourism Yamuloko. Yes.
Tourism Yamuloko. So the Zambian tourism is trying by all means to also engage local people to appreciate what we have at a cheaper price. So that at least people, because people are busy complaining, no, traveling is expensive, But the Zambian tourism agents, they are trying to promote local tourism and also invite other local people. Let me give a good example, practical example. Here in Lusaka, just entering at the museum should be less than 20 kwacha. As Zambians, $5 for these other countries that are $5 for these other people that are coming outside the country. Yes. So I think to start with, from my end, we can stay. At least you have also tried to visit, because most of them you have heard. You have heard my fellow journalist this side is saying that he has not visited the Victoria Falls. I think I'm also calling upon all Zambians to also visit the falls and also enjoy what we have as Zambians, and also encourage others that are watching out there to do what, to also visit. Even here at Lusaka National Park, here at Lusaka National Park, Lusaka National Museum, we've got also different tourist attractions that we have around. We've got the heritage sites that we have here, just in Avondale here. We've got the Oliver Tambo House that we have here. So if we are really, I'm also calling upon those well-wishers that so I think we're setting up a program to educate students or pupils. And also, I've also remembered something. The means of tourism has done something that is great, and together with the means of education, they have also introduced tourism as a subject into schools. Wonderful. So which plays a key role to educate our young ones or pupils, so that at least they understand where they are coming from, the culture, what tourist attraction that we have here in Zambia. So I think it's a plus for the means of tourism. Job well done, sir. Together with your team with the means of education. So that will also help young ones to be eager to go and see those tourist attractions. Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. What you're saying is very much true. If we can have tourism as a subject, I think it will really help us actually to have more interest, especially to visit our own country. Because in here in Zambia, you think as if Victoria Falls, Yabazungu.
True.
It's just for foreigners. It's just for people outside. And then the people us here, you find that most people they don't really want to travel. So, Mr. Paul, I would really love to know, you've been as a tour guide. Yes, I would really to know. I would really love to know. Was there a destination in Zambia that completely surprised you when you visited it for the first time? Like you would mention the place where you visited for the first time, and you were surprised that even in Zambia we've got a beautiful place like this.
I think I've visited a lot of places, but to be honest with you, the Victoria Falls still stood out. Still the best. And I had the best experience because the time I visited the Victoria Falls was at peak, so it was full, the rainbow, it was like my first time seeing it, and that's where the passion began. I was like, okay, I need to get into tourism and also do something to contribute to our country, so at least people can remember it. Because honestly speaking, if you visited the Victoria Falls, you know what I'm talking about, especially when it's at its peak.
Yes, it's at peak, yes.
Guys, you're missing out. For those who have not visited, like you, please make time and visit. You appreciate me later.
We must go for vacation.
Sure.
We just have to. We just have to. You can't be just listening on TV like this.
But there are also these other tourist attractions, like the Livingstone Museum, where it has got vast history, where we're coming from as Zambians and culture as well.
You mentioned of us visiting Victoria Falls and these other places. Maybe some people just there are some people maybe they just say, no, when I go to Victoria Falls, I'll just see the water, I'll just see the falls. Then some people maybe think it's boring. Are there any interesting activities that usually happen when people go to, especially when they visit these places? What some of the activities maybe you can highlight so that maybe people can actually
So Livingstone is a tourist capital for Zambia to start with. So it has got a lot of activities that you can do. You can't even finish them in one day if you go that side, even 2 days, I think. So there's the Victoria Falls. You can also do bungee jumping, zip line. You also have you also have a chance of walking with the lion. Lion. You also have tigers at Mukuni Big Five. So people that are expecting, there's a lot of activities that you can do. There's also quad bikes. You can also have a chance to go to Mukuni village. You see,
village,
you see the authentic how Zambians live. For those that are living here in Lusaka, they go and experience the Liu traditional thing that have been done, how they are brought up, children, how they are brought up, what should be done, not to be done.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are trained in there's a certain village called the Mukuni village in Livingstone. It's also a very nice place to visit to learn about culture. For those that are interested in culture, Mukuni village is the best. And there's also nightlife. For those of guys that are interested into nightlife and ladies, when you're done doing your activities, maybe during the day, at night, there's also nightlife, there's limpos. Yeah, for those that want to go and have some drinks, there's limpos. And these are the big nightclubs that are in Livingstone. Very peaceful, you can enjoy yourself when you go that side. There's also city tour. Yeah, okay. Livingstone city tour. Different types of activities that can be done in Livingstone.
Okay.
Yeah. One of my favorite as well is after visiting the Victoria Falls, it's also the the bungee jumping. Once you do the bungee jumping under the Victoria Falls bridge, that's where it's done. It's also a best experience. I think you saw when Speed visited Zambia, they also had an opportunity to do bungee jumping. And there's also Devil's Pool.
Devil's Pool, but Devil's Pool is so scary.
No, there are tour guides there. There are tour guides there to protect you and guide you what to do. So Devil's Pool, there's also Angel's Pool, so that you also have an opportunity to swim on the edge of the Victoria Falls. Yeah. A lot of activities to be done.
So those people that seems under the edge of Victoria Falls, do they put some...
That's the secret of the tour guide that side. So go and experience it, then you come and tell us when you come back.
Anyway, when you come back. I try to get these people, because the way the water moves, then someone just by the edge there. So I get one day, what do they do, these people? Why are they so confident? I need to visit, also experience the same thing.
So what they usually do, when the water is at peak, they usually close.
Oh.
So when the people are out to go that side, the water is not moving at the fast rate.
Oh.
So they've got professional tour guides that will go on the water, divers, to check the water levels, how the water is performing, so that no accident that happens. And we have never recorded any accident.
Okay, so there are safety measures.
Yeah, there are safety measures.
Okay, wonderful. I remember when was that? Should be last year when I went to Livingstone Victoria Falls. When I went to Livingstone Victoria Falls, there is a place where they call Boiling Point, where you go down that side. Yes, I think that view, Mr. Mike, you must go there.
So now what happens to people like me who have height phobia? They're like, can I even go for that ziplining?
Ziplining? Yeah, you can. A lot of people.
I can't die on the...
No, you cannot. So the Victoria Falls is also...
So how do you help such people? Like people that, most of the people, it's not me alone. Most of the people have height phobia, and the people that have water phobia.
Yeah.
So how do you help such people that have height phobia, water phobia, but they want to be part and parcel of the tour, I want to visit, but they have that kind of thing, people that have height phobia, most of them are overthinkers. So how do you accommodate such kind of people?
So before you start a tour, you sit down with your clients or maybe a group of people that you are traveling with. You explain to them what they expect and what they'll find. And at the end of the day, you also explain the dangers that needs not to be done that side, the don'ts and the do's. So you explain to them. So when we go, this is. So like a good example that I can give, when you go to Victoria Falls, please, there are boundaries. There are methods that have been put now to protect the citizen or maybe tourists to fall into the Victoria Falls. Last time there were plangers, timber. But now, at least they have improved, government is working. There's also Wi-Fi. Yeah, so when you're in the Victoria Falls, you're able to stream, and also you're not going to go off internet, no. Yeah, that's the work of the Honorable Minister Rodney Sikumba. Yeah, so you'll be able to, there's no need of you, there's free Wi-Fi. once you visit the falls.
This year, before it ends, I just have to go to Victoria.
You just
Falls.
have to.
You know, one
Yeah.
of the experience that I loved when I went to Mosotunya.
Yes.
Victoria Falls, the smoke that thunders. When you reach there, is it monkeys? Is it baboon?
Yeah, there are monkeys and baboons.
Monkeys and
Monkeys.
baboon. Yes, one of the monkeys actually. By then now, I didn't know what are the rules, what is supposed to do.
Yeah.
I dropped off from the car, and then I had a banana.
Oh, yeah.
Then it immediately when it saw me, it started chasing me because of the fruit until it actually it got what I had and ran away. So it's a wonderful experience when you go to such because
I believe there was a time I went to Cross Park this side to Kuku when you're going to Mikango Barracks this side. So they had some fish ponds, set of fish ponds. So there are those, most of them will go with children. So, children started throwing my puff from my fish pond, and fish were coming out, eating. So, when we go that side, like the way I just started saying that you had a banana. So, do they, like, for instance, maybe you carry banana, then in the process of you wanting to view maybe monkeys, you want to see monkeys, you want to interact with monkeys, then you go with bananas. Do they allow you to go with bananas? They don't allow.
It's not allowed.
Okay.
That means you're going against ZAO. They will please arrest you. So you're not supposed to give anything to those monkeys that are found at the waterfalls. Yes.
That's true. So, Mr. Paul, I really loved, especially this topic we're talking about tourism, knowing you have been in many places. Paul, you have traveled too many beautiful places across Zambia, and you have met many people along the way. Can you share one travel experience that truly stayed with you, a moment that that reminded you why you are so passionate about promoting tourism in Zambia? Just one experience. Yes.
Okay. So there was a time that I had some clients that were coming from Dubai. They were visiting Victoria Falls. So what had listened happened was like my first client to have. So I went to pick them at the airport, dropped them at Radisson Blu Hotel here in Lusaka, just around about at Arcades there. So after dropping them, they had the time those dollars were changing.
Yes.
The time dollars were changing, they were bringing new dollars, and here in Zambia we were not accepting those odd dollars.
Yes.
And my clients had those odd dollars. Yes. So what happened was they were supposed to pay me, and I was supposed to pay 1 or 2 or 3 people that I was working with by then. But I told them, okay, money is not a problem. You can come and collect the money tomorrow as you are departing, going to Livingstone. Then I'll follow you, so that at least you can enjoy yourself. So that's how they went. They went without paying me. So after they went that side, they did all the activities, because there are people that I work with in different parts of the country. So after doing all the activities that they did, then they came back to Lusaka here. So also met them. I had a discussion after giving them money. They really appreciated me for the hospitality that I gave to them, because mostly people, when it comes to business, it's all about money first. But me is to sustain clients first, so that at least clients are happy, so that at least when they go back to their country, they can also tell more other people to come. Because just after that experience that I had with those guys, when they went back, they said I think should be three people that came back to Zambia. They would recommend, okay, please, if you're traveling to Zambia, you know how social media has taken over now. So after seeing on their status, you guys visited Zambia, yeah, okay, who was your tour guide? Oh, there's this young man, Paul. Oh, Paul, share the content. That's how they reached out to me. We're planning to also to have a tour. We've been recommended by this and this because they had a good experience. Yeah. So to almost tour operators and different companies, it's not about making money, but it's all about making your client happy first. Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, Mr. Paul, I would love also to know, let's imagine someone from another country tells you that I only have 3 days in Zambia. Convince me why I should visit. What would you show them, and why would you show them the place?
Okay, so they have 3 days. Okay, so to start with, if they're in Zambia, I think here in Lusaka, I'll start with maybe taking them to the museum, so that they understand where we're coming from. And also take them to to have them a city tour of Lusaka, so that they understand Lusaka, where it came from, what they can do. So maybe take them to city market so they understand how Zambians are living, where we get our fruits and other things and other food that we have. Also take them to Matebeto so that they can also have lunch just for that one day. And then also take them to Lusaka National Park. There's also Chaminuka. Chaminuka, we can also spend maybe the entire day that side, just a game drive, wine tasting, horse riding, and also different types of traditional cuisine that they can also enjoy. Then from there, I think we can fly to Livingstone. They should not go back to without visiting the mighty Victoria Falls or Mosotunya.
It's a mighty.
Yeah, mighty. Yeah, it's a mighty Mosotunya. Yeah. So they should also not. They should also visit the Victoria Falls before they travel back to their country. Yeah, that would be. Then the second day again, they can also try to do some activities like travel with. They work with They work with lions. I think few people have done that, but if they visit Zambia and we've got also some days, they can also give them the accommodation to do work with lions, and also do the Devil's Pool. It's the best experience. I think you heard Speed said it, mentioned that I've never done this and it's my first time. It can only be done here in Zambia. The only place that can be done. It's the best experience. You do it on top of the edge. Then from there, we can also maybe do some activities like zip lining, bungee jumping. Then the following day, I can take them to the mini Victoria Falls in the northern part of Zambia. We've got also a white sand beach, which is Samfya Beach, where the water kisses the sun. Yeah, it's very beautiful. You enjoy very peaceful, different activities that can also be done that side. There's also Mumbuluma Waterfalls, which is also near Samfya, which is in Mansa. Yeah, a few kilometers from Samfya Beach. They can also take them that side to also experience that. Not forgetting the tradition and culture where we're coming from. It's very important to also teach them. So while we're still in Livingstone, you can also take them to Mukuni village so they also understand where we're coming from as Zambians.
That's wonderful. Viewers, you have heard it for yourself. So before we take a short break and before we come back. So Mr. Paul, if you had to choose just one place that truly represents the beauty of Zambia, where would it be and why?
I think should be the Victoria Falls. The Victoria, the mighty Victoria, because it's so beautiful. I've never seen something like that in my entire life. It's very beautiful, to be honest with you guys. For those that have not visited, like my brother here, please make time and visit that. You'll join me as well. That one, honestly speaking, it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful, and if we can put more effort as Zambians and also market, because they say it starts with us Zambians to appreciate what we have, not people from outside, but us as Zambians to appreciate what we have, then others will appreciate what we have. Yes.
Wonderful. Viewers, you have heard it for yourself. We are going to take a short break and we'll be back with more insightful conversation, even as Mr. Paul Mambo shares more light on tourism and also other places in Zambia. Thank you. Stay tuned even as we come back.
Welcome to Kisha Classical Tour, where style meets affordability. We have great quality clothes, slippers, speak of anything you would like to wear, we have it here. We are located in Avondale Small Market near the complex. You can reach us on 09735000044 on WhatsApp. Then for Instagram or Facebook, you can search for Kisha Classic Couture. We have nice clothes that you will love at affordable price. Then for delivery, we do deliver within Lusaka, and out of Lusaka we use bikes to deliver. So we are able to reach you anywhere, wherever you are. We are able to reach you.
Welcome back to the morning breakfast show, where on this segment we are discussing about tourism in Zambia, and we have been joined by a tour guide by the name of Paul Mambo, who is here in the studio. Yes, Mr. Paul.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming once again.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sometimes people outside Zambia don't fully understand what our country has to offer. Yes, what is one big misconception people have about tourism in Zambia, and what is the reality when they actually visit?
Okay. It's a good question. I think Ilea, you get that question. It's an amazing question. So to start with, most people think that the Victoria Falls is in Zimbabwe. And we've been having a lot of battles with my fellow sisters and brothers from Zimbabwe. So, truth be told, is that the waterfalls is located in Zambia, and the source is also found here in Zambia. Kalena Hills, yes, that's where the source is found, and the waterfalls itself, it's also found in Zambia, Livingstone. And it's also a bit the Zimbabwean people, they only have the Wasist view. So it's more like a good example that I can give. It's more like you've got a guava tree.
Yes.
Then just your neighbor. Then the other tree goes. The other branch goes inside your neighbor's house. So then I think way back they did a good marketing.
Okay.
So a lot of visitors, they would prefer to visit the Zimbabwean side. But once they are done, once they are done. Then they come back to the Zambian side.
Okay.
But truth be told is that the Victoria Falls is also found. It's found in Zambia.
Okay. I've heard that the better view is mostly is it in Zambia or in Zimbabwe? Which one has got a good view when people see, especially the Victoria Falls? Like you mentioned, people would go to Zimbabwe, and which one has got a better view when people are actually seeing the Victoria Falls?
Okay. Truth be told, the falls has got let me say the Zambian, I think, because they've got as you're crossing the Wasis, you've been there before. As you're crossing the Wasis, the bridge, knife bridge.
Yes, the knife bridge.
You see the beautiful Wasis rainbows and the water, the way they are going down. Yes, what the Wasis it's it's also in the national park, Mosotunya National Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. Mr. Paul, many young people are watching this morning and may be wondering how they can enter the tourism industry. What opportunity exists beside being a tour guide?
Okay, so in the tourism industry is very vast. It involves a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah. So to start with, I think the Minister of Tourism, let me just talk about maybe ZITS. As we're speaking right now, they sent some students from Kenya.
Wonderful.
They've got, I think, should be 10 or more than 10 students that have traveled to Kenya to go and experience the exchange program. So that we also have because Kenya, I think, is the best when it comes to tourism in Africa. So the Ministry of Tourism has sent, I think, should be 10 or more than 10 students from Zambian Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Studies. Yeah. To go and study that side, so that once they come back, they come and teach others what they have learned that side, so at least we improve on the standard and other things that we need to learn. Yes. And the other opportunity that we have, I think there are a lot of opportunities. Different organizations. I also represent the Youth Tourism Association of Zambia.
Wonderful.
I also fall under the board of directors in the Youth Tourism Association of Zambia. Wonderful. So young people can join us.
Okay.
A good example that I can give, they can just go on the Facebook, search for Youth Tourism Association of Zambia, register. There are different vast opportunities that we have for them.
Okay.
So, do you does it accommodate everyone, or it has a kind of people that it accommodates tourism? Like, for instance, maybe we would say children and elderly people. Does it accommodate only youths, or maybe it accommodates everyone?
So
is there a point where some areas are restricted to the children and elderly people, or it accommodates everyone?
So below 35.
Okay.
Yeah, it's below 35. Yeah, this is why it's called the Youth Tourism Association. So when you're above 35, you're not a youth.
Okay.
Yeah. So youths, so youth can join the Youth Tourism Association of Zambia and register. Once they are approved and join the WhatsApp group and the other channels that we use to communicate with them, one, they've got an opportunity to be trained.
Okay.
To be trained as a tour guide.
Okay.
Like local, like we're having a program with some Indian company that will be coming into Zambia. So we'll be maybe going to Mufuwe to get those local people, young ones, train them.
Okay.
Yeah, so that they are able to sustain themselves. Then after training those people would also train another group of young people within that same communities. And those same ones, again, they also train another group. So that at least when we don't need to have a challenge where twice once they visit, they also have a challenge of having a tour guide. So those people already understand what is already on the ground, but all what they need to be trained is ethics. They understand the process, how to do it, because they already have what it takes for them to do what to understand. So for them to do that, that's why we come in as the Youth Tourism of Zambia, Youth Tourism Association of Zambia, to train them.
Yes, wonderful. So for someone watching right now who loves to travel and also storytelling, how can they start building a tourism content platform like yours, and also register, like you have mentioned, that they can be trained? How can they go about it?
Okay, it's simple.
Yes.
Just like I did mention in the beginning, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to these other content creators that create content. You ask them but there are challenges. There are challenges. So you reach out to them, and they will also explain how to go about it. I'm available to guide, to teach, because I was taught as well.
Okay.
So I'm also willing to share the knowledge that was pumped into me to share to others, so that at least they can also share to others. Yeah. Because if I teach you, you teach another person, that means something is happening. Yes. We are sharing knowledge, and our aim is not to compete or maybe to do anything, but to promote Zambia as a destination, a top destination.
Okay. So maybe whereby, for instance, I want to be doing some stories there, making some stories.
Okay.
In the most part of the country's tourist attractions.
Yes.
Then do I have to get a license for that, or is there anything that I'm supposed to do or pay for me to start doing that?
Okay. Good question, Mike. So for content creation, we do not have a license here in Zambia.
Okay.
So usually what you happen when you are opening your own travel agents, you have to start with Pakla.
Okay.
If you're opening your own travel agents, you start with Pakla.
Okay.
So once you go to Pakla, you open the process. Once you're done with the process, then you go to the Zambian tourism agents, where they give you a license.
Okay.
Yeah. So once they give you the license, you also pay. Should be 3 years if I'm not mistaken. They'll give you a license, which is 3 years. Then you can start operating your travel agents. So you don't just operate because you've got numbers on Facebook. No, there are procedures. If anything, God forbid, if anything happens to those tourists, you'll be reliable.
Okay.
So if you've got a license, government will be there to assist you in everything.
Okay,
yes.
wonderful. Mr. Paul, every industry has challenges.
Yes.
From your experience, what are some of the biggest challenges facing tourism in Zambia today?
I think the first one would be road network. load network. In most destinations that we have here in Zambia, I'll talk about the northern part of Zambia. I'll go back. Some loads, even though government is now working on them, as we are speaking right now, government is trying to engage different people to also do as this market them. Work on them. The loads are bad, to be honest with you. Then again, network, I think there's also Starlink. Then there's also the issue of infrastructures. Mumbruma waterfalls is a very nice waterfalls, but within that side, there are no accommodation where people can sleep. So I think I would also call upon the Minister of Tourism, Mr. Rodney Sikumba, to also engage or invite investors to come and invest some beautiful accommodation or maybe apartments, even Zambians that are capable to do assist to set standard of accommodation that side and different tourist attraction, because most of them you have to drive from, maybe let me say if I'm staying in Mansa, or maybe let me give an example, maybe Samfia Beach. I'm staying there at Chita Lodge. I have to move from Chita Lodge to go to Mumbruma Waterfalls, and the load somewhere when you're going inside, it's very bad. When it's rain season, you can't even manage to reach the waterfalls. So if government can also come in and also help in terms of like creating lodges and also hotels or these other facilities, I think that would be a good idea. Secondly, I'm also impressed with what the Heritage is doing. They have also engaged different professionals, tour guide in these sites. Where when you visit, because there was a time that I visited one of these tourist attractions, where you just find a local person, doesn't know how to speak English, and you have gone that side with clients. So you have to be interpreting what that local tour guide is talking. But nowadays, I think it's excellent. Once you visit the site, you'll find there's a tour guide who's a professional wearing a Heritage t-shirt. Explaining to you, and if you've got any question, I think this is a plus for the government. Job well done on that one as well.
Wonderful. So as we are in conclusion, what role should government and private sectors and local community play in growing Zambian's tourism sector?
I think you have seen the improve of numbers. Numbers don't lie. So the tours that we are receiving at the moment has gone high. This one being is that government is trying to do what? To work with private partners, private companies and people, so that they improve in different areas. As communities, let's also appreciate what we have as Zambians. Let's try to appreciate what we have. Let me give an example. If you stay within Charleston, you can take advantage of the house which is just within the community. It's not about you traveling all the way from Lusaka to Livingstone, or maybe Livingstone to Lusaka. No. Even the things that we have near our communities can assist us to do what? To appreciate what we have. Here in Zambia, I haven't heard Mike visited the museum, but it's just cheaper and
I think I've been that side.
So if we take advantage of that, I think as Zambians, we improve to invite others as well. Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Paul, even as we are concluding, what can be your last word, especially to our viewers who are watching us? Those people who are, they call themselves introvert. They don't want to travel, they just want to be like that. Yes, what can be your encouragement? And even to those people who used to visit these places, yes, especially some of these places, what would be your last word that you can encourage them and the viewers who are watching us?
Okay, so I would say again, I'll repeat myself saying, let's take this opportunity to appreciate what we have as Zambians. This one being is that if we don't appreciate what we have, no one would appreciate this. So if it starts with us, they say, umwana ushenda tashani nokunaya. So let's take this opportunity to also visit other tourist destinations that we have. Yes. And my last word would be, you can check me on Facebook, Tourism in Zambia with Paul. For those who would love to travel, please, you are most welcome. We've got different packages that we have prepared for you. So if you want to visit Livingstone, Lusaka, northern part of Zambia, northwest province, and these other different tourist destinations that we have in the country, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll probably give you at a free hand information. Yes.
Wonderful. Paul, it has truly been a pleasure having you with us this morning and learning about incredible opportunity within Zambia's tourism sector. Tourism is not just for international visitors. It begins with us appreciating and also exploring our own beauty country. Thank you very much, Mr. Paul Mambo, for joining us today. And to our viewers, stay tuned because more exciting conversations are coming up right here on the Light TV morning breakfast show. Thank you so much who have been watching us, who joined us in the for this Light TV morning breakfast show. It has been a privilege, and we were discussing about having confidence and believing in yourself. And we are able to see one of the examples that Paul actually had confidence and believed himself. And today he's a tour guide. He's moving around, and truly he has moved in many different places within Zambia here. And we really appreciate for the works that he's doing. And the viewers who are watching there, thank you so much for watching this Light TV morning breakfast show. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.
Hi, welcome to Kisha Classical Tour, where style meets affordability. We have great quality clothes, slippers, speak of anything you would like to wear, we have it here. We are located in Avondale Small Market near the complex. You can reach us on 09735000044 on WhatsApp. Then for Instagram or Facebook, you can search for Kisha Classical Tour. We have nice clothes that you will love at affordable price. Then for delivery, we do deliver within Lusaka and outside Lusaka. Outside Lusaka, we use couriers such as Platinum. So please come through. We deliver countrywide. Then within Lusaka, we use bikes to deliver. So we are able to reach you anywhere, wherever you are. We are able to reach you.